Hi, everyone. One moment as I put in my... Hello. Hi, Miranda. Yay. So I am talking with Miranda of the Plus Life blog. If you guys don't follow her on Instagram, come on. What are you doing? Go follow her. She's the greatest. But we're talking about everything going on in Miranda's life, including being a brand new mom, in quarantine, which sounds very hard to me. So hang out with us while we talk it through. We're talking about everything from quarantine life, new mom life, to the drugstore mascara she got today. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm looping Miranda in right now. I'm so excited to talk to her. She is so sweet. So can't wait. Hi, Katie. Hi, Marine Wifey. Hi, PCO Jess. Oh my gosh, all my favorite people. Hi, friends.
Hello.
Hi, Miranda.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, good. You're so you look so pretty.
Thank you. We've both got our side parts going on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
And
fun.
a little quarantine makeup.
Yep, I curled my hair for you.
Oh my gosh. I'm so honored. I showered for you.
Oh, that's a big deal. That says a lot during quarantine.
Honestly, it's huge.
I've
It's a
started a new
huge
thing
deal.
now where I make sure I shower first thing every morning. It's like my form of self-care right now. So I'm
Oh,
showering, but usually it's the mom
good.
buns. But I
But
did the hair for you today.
still, I'm pretty impressed that you're daily showering. Like you're starting each day off with a shower. That's a thing.
It's new. It's nice to have those like few minutes to start the day.
Yeah, it's true. And I'm sure as a mom, it's like, great, I can close the door and be
Exactly.
quiet.
Exactly.
I think part of my aversion to showering is I just really don't like my shower. It's just too small. Like,
You know, I'm with you. The bathrooms in our house were like the one big thing that I just don't love. So our showers are not great either, but maybe one day I'll upgrade. It just
yeah.
now's not the time, but
Oh no. It's
I long for that.
oh yeah. I mean my bathroom is so small. I feel like it's like just not very fat friendly, you know? Like just like and my shower, it's not like a tub. There's no tub. Everyone who's like ever sent me a bath bomb, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, there's no bath bombs happening in my house.
Like, are
No
you
bubble
kidding me?
baths.
But it's so small that like I can't really like go all the way up. And if I like drop soap or something, I'm just like, it'll be there until I
Next
get
time.
out.
That's funny. Well,
I think it's not
when we
proud.
toured our house, I was like, I don't know if I can get through this shower door. It's like very narrow,
Oh,
and I literally was like, I'm gonna have to step in the shower to make sure that this works. Like it works. It's just not. It's not the most comfortable.
not ideal. Yeah.
No,
Well, I guess, you know, you got to pick your battles.
you got to pick your battles. It had a good closet, so that really
Oh,
outweighed
a good
the
closet. Oh, a
that
good
outweighed the bathroom.
closet is, yeah,
Very important.
really, really key. And I know you lived in New York, so you can definitely appreciate a good closet.
Yes. Oh
Sorry, I have a
man.
kitty cat who is
Oh,
saying hello. Say
so cute.
hi.
Hello. That's so fun. Well, I have
Uh,
a poodle who he's like a really bad boy. He's 14, so we'll see if he joins us. Um, my daughter's much more well behaved than the poodle, so we'll see.
I love it. No, the kitties just they always
Hey, thanks for joining.
they always just pop in at the best time.
That's so
Oh my
funny.
gosh, I love this. Well, yeah, I talking about closets, I'm sure moving from New York to Kentucky, you were like, hallelujah.
Yes.
I had the tiniest closet in New York, and I actually felt like I had it pretty good, like compared to a lot of friends. And now it's like I live in Los Angeles. It's one season all year. I don't even need winter clothes, and I have twice as much space.
But do you still feel like no matter how much space you have, you always fill it up and always run out? Like that's my
Yes,
problem.
always,
I
always.
I judge it by like I have a set number of hangers and I know we've reached
Oh.
a problem point when I run out of hangers. Um, So
Well, that's good that you
that's my
have like
challenge.
a limiting factor that's
Yeah.
keeping you in check. Because I don't know, hangers just seem to breed.
Yeah. Well, now my daughter's a different situation. Now I'm going crazy with her stuff. And I was just telling my husband yesterday, I was trying to organize her clothes and I was like, I'm going to have to order some more hangers. So that's when you know things are getting bad, when we have to place an order for more hangers.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. And Jess says I keep buying hangers at Costco. That is the problem. You can't buy them in bulk.
Oh yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
I got some hand-me-down hangers from Stacy. I hope she joins. She is sometimes hanging out with us. She's an awesome Ori customer and happens to also be neighbors with Katie, who's also hanging out in our chat right now. And
So fun.
she was just like, I am cleaning out my closet. I have all of these fantastic felt hangers. Those are the best, in my
They are
opinion.
the best. I agree.
Nothing falls off of them. Even, plus size stuff that's too big for the hanger will still stay on.
They're the best.
Yeah. She just gave me so many and I was like, these are expensive hangers. I will put them to great use. And yeah, Katie transported the hangers to me. So
That's so
for
funny.
that. This was
And Laura, I'm with you. I've
quarantine.
got piles too. I got to tell you the truth. I'm a pile girl as well.
I mean, yeah, piles are just natural, right?
Yep. It's bad.
So how old is your baby girl now?
She's 4 months old. So she should only be 2 months old, but she joined us a couple months early.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, she's 4 months old and she's really reached a really fun, I mean, I guess they're probably fun at all ages, but 3 months was like the most fun because she's starting to get a little personality and smiles and giggles and stuff. So it's been really extra fun the past month. And plus she sleeps a lot more.
Oh,
and so
nice.
that is very helpful for my mental health as well as to just get more sleep.
Yeah.
I feel like she's kind of a teenager now. She sleeps like a lot.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really good.
For you to
It's
get a
very
little
helpful.
break.
Very
wait,
helpful.
Okay, so she then is a February baby?
January.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was born in mid-January. She was due at the end of February, actually beginning of March.
Wow.
Yeah, so she was 7 weeks early, and it was a crazy time. She was in the hospital for like 6 weeks. And it was like really wild. We're talking, I know tonight we're going to talk about quarantine a little bit, but my husband and I kind of half jokingly, but 100% truthfully say we've been quarantining much longer than most people because, I was essentially on not bed rest, but I wasn't allowed to be within like a certain distance from the hospital since like November. So we've been pretty much home since November. So this is just like a way of life for us now.
Wait, that is, oh my gosh. So since November, was it just really high risk? Were doctors really nervous?
Yeah, so it was a high risk pregnancy, and not to like make it sad, but I had a really rough go toward the end of the pregnancy, and so we had to stay within like a certain distance of the hospital and couldn't really travel. But thankfully, she's great and healthy and
that's great.
And all good. But she just was very much looking to join the world early. So
yeah. Oh my gosh. And then
crazy.
She had to be hospitalized after that too.
Mm-hmm. Just because she was completely healthy, thankfully. She had just come so early that she really was just like too little and didn't really even know how to eat.
Oh my gosh.
So she was basically just in the hospital growing and learning how to take a bottle and do all those kinds of things.
What was that like for you to be like away from her? Not
living
living
next to her? It was really hard. Yeah. But I think that all of the challenges of pregnancy, and I've talked about it a lot on my own platforms, but I struggle with infertility leading up to getting pregnant with her. So I think that all of the struggle that we had already gone through leading up to that point made that seem a little bit less difficult than I think it is for a lot of people. Yeah. Because we had already gone through much harder stuff than that to get there. So you were like, it's okay, I can sleep at home. And I was like, this child is alive. She's being taken care of by wonderful people.
Right.
And I was just so grateful to have her here and her be okay that it made it a little bit easier
Right.
to go through that part.
Totally. So then were you like hanging out, like going to the hospital every day, checking in on her?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I had a C-section with her. So I was in the hospital for 4 days. And then
Oh
after that,
man.
I went home and I would go to the hospital every day and just kind of stay, sometimes twice a day, just depending. My husband would like take me there in the morning and drop me off because I couldn't drive, and I would just like stay, and he would go work and then come back and hang out with me on his breaks and stuff. It was just a really
Oh,
crazy time.
yeah, that
Um,
sounds crazy. Oh my gosh, and you couldn't
yeah.
drive either?
No, because after a C-section for a certain amount of time, you're not supposed to drive.
Oh my gosh,
It's
Miranda.
crazy. That was so hard because you can't just go whenever you want. You have to like
Right.
rely on someone else, and
So you
it
didn't have
was
your
definitely interesting.
independence and you didn't have your sweet baby who has
Right.
just entered the world.
It
Man, what
was
a,
wild.
yeah. And so that lasted for like 6 weeks. That's a long
Yeah.
time.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
And
But
the whole time you couldn't drive either, or just part
well,
of it?
so my doctor had told me, he's like, I think it's like 6 weeks that you're not supposed to drive. That might be the rule. I don't know. Maybe it's different. He's
Okay.
like, a lot of NICU moms kind of push it because they just really feel the urge to go. He's like, so when you feel like you can safely drive, do it. So I
Yeah.
definitely did not wait 6 weeks to start driving.
Yeah.
But I waited several. I was
Yeah.
safe.
That
But
still shows a lot of willpower that you were able to wait so long to drive.
yeah, I mean, in some ways it was like really helpful with surgery recovery because the whole thing, they want you to be like super active and like walk as much as you can. I was running up and down those NICU hallways trying to get to her, and
Did
at
you have
that
the
point,
whole like maze of the hospital
oh yeah,
memorized?
oh yeah. And I was at the time I was trying to pump breast milk for her because
Oh my
she was in the
gosh.
hospital, and so I was like having to go from where she was in the NICU and drop off milk at the office, and just like I was running all over that hospital, and
Oh my
I think it
gosh.
really helped me with my recovery.
Yeah. Oh my
So,
gosh. Wait, what a 2020 you've had.
to say the least, it has been wild.
Yeah,
It's
I
been
know
wild.
your journey with everything started well before 2020, but still, oh my gosh, like we're only in May and I feel like you've lived lifetimes this year.
Truly. I mean, if you had told me at the end of 2019 what 2020 was going to look like, I probably would not have believed you. It has
Yeah.
been absolutely crazy. It's so weird though because my daughter was a preemie, and
Yeah.
obviously babies in general, like during flu season, you're supposed to be really cautious. And in the NICU, one of our nurses, I had said, like, when do you think it's safe for us to take her, out into the general public and just be around whomever? They're like, I would wait till at least mid-April. So I have this mid-April date in my mind of like, okay, I can make it. And then
Yeah.
mid-April rolls around and we're in the middle of quarantine. So we're still stuck at home. So, um,
Yeah. Mid-April turns out to be what? Maybe mid-August, maybe mid-September, who knows? My
exactly.
gosh. So has she's really only seen like the four walls of the hospital, your home, and maybe the car?
Yeah. So I was actually really nervous about that because, kids, you want to expose them to different environments and stuff so that they're flexible. So we take her for walks every day. So she's outside. We hang out in the backyard, and then we try to take her for drives just so that she's accustomed to being in a car seat and just
Yeah.
being outside of our home. It's just
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. But
Oh man.
yeah, my husband's family lives in New York too, so she hasn't been able to meet any of them yet.
Oh
And it's
no.
just a really crazy time to have a newborn.
Yeah, seriously. That was gonna be my follow-up question was gonna be about family, but I have a new question. So did you and your husband meet in New York when you lived in New York?
No, actually, I moved to New
Oh,
York for him, basically.
okay.
Yeah, so we
So
met
you guys met
years,
it in
yeah.
Kentucky?
So we met like
Oh,
years and years and years ago online, actually, and we were just like friends. He went to school in South Carolina,
okay.
um, and I'm in Kentucky, so we were friends for a long time. And then toward the end of college, we dated for a little bit. Then he moved back to New York, and we kind of went our separate ways and found our way back to one another. And then after a long distance kind of situation, I ended up moving there.
Okay. So
Yeah.
he moved back to home to New York,
Hmm.
and his family's in New York. Is he like a New Yorker? Like, does his family live in the city or
They're
outside?
on Long Island,
Okay.
so yeah, they're Nassau
Okay.
County.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry that
No, it's
derailed.
fine.
But how is your family handling, yeah, not being able to be around this baby all the time, not giving her kisses and
It's so hard. We joke that she has like the busiest FaceTime schedule on the planet.
I can
We're just
imagine.
we're just constantly FaceTiming, and I don't think I maybe posted it on Instagram stories, but she like knows when she's on camera now, and so like she smiles for the camera and stuff because I think she's just had so much practice that she's just
Wow.
it's so funny. I bring out the camera like to do a selfie, and she's like
Oh my
posing. It's crazy.
gosh.
I mean,
Wait, is
maybe
it
she's genius, or maybe that's just what like babies do. I don't know, but
well, I know that I don't know what age it is, but I know that babies love mirrors. And I think FaceTime's kind of like a
she
mirror, right?
loves a mirror. Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's so funny. So then you have like the smiley baby on FaceTime all the time.
yeah, it's so funny.
That's so cute and sweet. Wait, what's your baby girl's name again?
Caroline.
Caroline. That's a very
Yeah,
sweet name. Sweet
thank you.
Caroline. I
Yeah,
love it.
Caroline
That's so
Claire.
cute. Caroline Claire, don't two C's. I
Yeah.
love it. Oh my gosh, so sweet. Has there been anything? I mean, obviously, it sounds like all of 2019 has been like a whirlwind tornado. But has there been anything like weird with the pandemic and just like shortages of things like paper towels that has been like affecting motherhood?
Yeah, actually. So with us, so I pumped in the beginning, didn't have much supply, like with being away from her, just all kinds of things. So she does formula, and being a preemie and all the things she's gone through, we've had to switch her formula a couple times, and it would just like we would have a decent stock of whatever we had, but when we had to switch, it was like formula was just like out of stock places because people had been like stocking up on it.
Wow.
Um, and one
Whoa.
thing I did, my husband thinks I'm a little bit crazy, but like I can't stand to not be prepared for every situation. So, for example, when we lived in New York and the hurricane was
Mm-hmm.
coming, I was out buying like a propane grill and stuff. I was ready. And when our power went out, he had been making fun of me, but whenever the power went out and we needed all that stuff, I wasn't so crazy anymore.
Yeah, it's
But
true. I
so
was definitely not prepared. I was like, Hurricane Irene, nothing happened. It's going to be the same as that. So
yeah,
I'm
I
glad that
was a
you were
nut. I
prepared.
was like out at like the sporting goods store, like what do I did like putting together my kit and all that. But
Uh,
with this, I got really nervous because diapers were sold out online. You know, it was hard
wow.
to find wipes. So I thank goodness I didn't end up needing to use them. But I was like out buying cloth diapers just in case. I was like, I can't let my daughter not have diapers. Like, what am I gonna
Right,
do?
right.
But
And
thankfully
what'd you
everything
do with
now
the
is like
formula? How'd you get her formula?
so, I mean, it ended up just being like number one, my doctor had some samples that she gave us until I could order it online and like
Oh
get it
my gosh.
shipped.
Thank goodness for your doctor.
Yeah, but it's just really crazy.
So crazy. Oh my gosh. So now is everything back to normal? Like, can you get formula and
Everything's
everything?
pretty normal.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been able to get pretty much everything. I haven't stepped foot in a store since the beginning of March. So we're ordering everything online and doing grocery pickup and all of that kind of stuff. And we've thankfully been able to get everything we've needed. So it's just
Good.
been really wild.
Oh man, it's funny. I heard a story about someone who adopted a dog because it's a great time, everyone's home,
Yeah.
and saying like, oh well, the thing you have to consider about like getting a dog in quarantine is like you don't have anything to clean up messes with. And then I was like, that sounds way harder for a baby.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, you can find something to clean up someone missing some pee pee, but like
exactly.
formula and I mean, sounds really
It's
stressful.
wild.
It
Well,
sounds
my
really
dog is
stressful.
14, so he's also in diapers. Um,
Oh my
so
gosh, your bad behaved poodle and your sweet daughter are both in
both in diapers.
diapers.
Yep.
That is so funny. Are they Who's wearing the cloth diapers?
Nobody. Thankfully, the cloth diapers are in storage in the basement just in case.
Okay.
I have a lot of respect for people who can do the cloth diaper stuff all the time, but it's just a lot. So I can't. Yeah. I'm going disposable.
Yeah.
Now that I can make sure I have them all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just leave it at that. I think I would be on your side with them.
Yeah, it's just a lot. There's a lot of stuff to clean up that I just don't need to be cleaning diapers.
So have you gotten to the point where you've taken like one of your daughter's diapers and like poked a hole in it for the dog tail?
I thought we were going to have to get to that point because, not to call my husband out, but I always order the dog diapers and he ordered a different brand, like a knockoff, like Amazon brand or something. Yeah. And he ordered the same size technically, but the size chart was different. Yeah. Who knew dogs have the same problem that we do? But basically he ordered all these diapers and none of them fit. So I had to like panic, rush and get diapers because it gets ugly around here if we run out of those.
I can imagine. Yeah. Two bodies in diapers. Man, that's so funny. So besides like showering every morning, which sounds like a great idea, maybe I should try it. What else are you doing to like take care of you, in addition to taking care of your pooping poodle and baby girl?
So,
vanity canine sizing. Sorry, Jess, that's a really funny comment.
I missed it.
She said it's vanity canine sizing. Exactly. About the diapers.
He's an extra small in one and he's like a large in the other. I'm like, what? I don't know. It's weird.
Love it. I love it.
But so self-care for me, number one, it's like sleeping is very, very important to me.
Yeah. And it sounds like it's easier to do that now?
It's much easier now because my daughter sleeps like 12 or 13 hours most nights, which is like, whew. But the biggest thing that I've done for myself, and I heard moms say this before I was a mom, and I was like, that's so annoying. I'm never going to be that person. But I try to make sure I wake up a couple hours before my daughter because I can't like start my day in the chaos of like, I'm crying, I need a bottle, I need to change. Like, I need that time to like get myself together.
Yep.
Take a quick shower, get dressed, like eat some breakfast for myself. Like, a lot of times I will do work a little bit before she wakes up. So it's kind of like my ongoing joke in my Facebook group that I know we'll talk about both of them in a minute. But like in the mornings, I'll like make all these early morning posts and be like, I'm up shopping today. Like, here's what I'm checking out. Like, and I just kind of wake up early and do my thing. And then she kind of sets the tone for the rest of the day. But I've been doing a lot of like basic kind of self-care of like, I try to wear makeup a little bit every day just because it makes me feel good. Yeah. And like, I'm much more likely to hop on Instagram stories or whatever if I just feel
life of
good
a content creator
about it. Yeah, I know it's so annoying to say that, but like it sounds so shallow, but it really does make me feel good.
No, I totally get it. Like, I mean, we've been doing these lives, which has been great. But if there's a day where I'm like, oh, I'm not wearing makeup, oh, it's fine, I'll like hop on and be like, I don't really feel like I deserve to be on camera right now.
I just feel so much better and trying to find time to like do little things that I would have done before her.
Totally.
And I think the blog and social media gives me an excuse to do stuff. Like right now I'm testing out all these different like sunless tanners just to like decide which ones I like the best. And it's something to occupy my mind with, something aside from diapers and
a little creative project for you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you wake up 2 hours before your daughter wakes up so that you can have your me time and your shower time. Great tips. Sometimes I don't do those things. I'll just like go from bed to laptop, and every time I do that, it's like I kick myself later because that time in the morning truly is like, it's my time to run to my, contactless Starbucks pickup. It's my time to run with my dog. It's my time to like, just get myself together, shower.
Exactly. It's so hard. I think that's one of the hardest things about working from home is that you can't really escape work. Yeah. And before I left my corporate job a couple years ago, Now, I struggle with that big time. I started working from home with that, and I would like wake up and just go straight to my office, and I would just sit there all day.
Yep.
Maybe come out to eat lunch. Then my husband would, be at work or whatever. He'd come home. I'd still be sitting in my office, and I'd find myself just going back and forth in there all night long just because it's just there.
And then you're wearing the pajamas you slept in, and then you spend your whole day slept into the computer, and at the end of the day you look down and you're still wearing those pajamas, and you're like, I guess I'm gonna sleep in these again.
Yeah, it's
bad.
It's really, really hard, and I think I can really get myself into a funk if I don't intentionally snap out of that. And especially like after the baby and trying to juggle everything, there were weeks and weeks where it was just like leggings and a ponytail every day. And there's nothing wrong with that in certain phases of life. But I finally got to a point where I was like, I just would feel better if I started doing things differently.
Feeling like yourself. Yeah.
And having a normal routine to try to make life as normal as possible during this time.
Totally. Actually, I was telling, I can't remember who I was telling this. I was telling someone that my Starbucks addiction is still strong, which I don't love about myself. And I feel really guilty about it. But then I was talking with my boyfriend and kind of just thinking out loud, and I don't actually think I'm so addicted to the drink itself. Like, I think I'm addicted to like going somewhere to do something, right? Like I wasn't going out of my way when I was driving to the office to pick up Starbucks. Like I would just get that for a treat for me every once in a blue moon. But now it's like, I'm in my home all day. So I'm going to go in the morning, run this little errand just to feel normal. And I know I'm probably spending too much money on my caffeine, but
it's funny you say that. I'm doing the exact same thing. Like before all of this, I wasn't going to Starbucks all the time, but even today I was just like, oh man, like I just really want to go to Starbucks. I really want it. And I think it's just a little bit of normalcy.
Yeah.
And just getting out, having an excuse to get out of the house.
Having an excuse to get out. I think a lot of it's having an excuse to get out, just to change it up, just a little bit. Yeah. It's kind of, at first I was driving to the Starbucks by the office just to like be like, not that I miss my commute, but I kind of miss my commute.
Yeah.
I just kind of miss the time in my car with my music and my podcasts. And so I was picking the one by the office. Now I'm like, okay, that's a little bit silly. I can go to the closest one. Like, it's okay.
That's so funny.
But I am missing those things still. I'm missing my me time with my music and my podcasts. And I didn't ever think of that as like me time, as like self-care time. Never considered it that.
It's so crazy. Like I find myself too, like on my way back from Starbucks, and hopefully my husband doesn't watch this replay, but I find myself just like driving around the block a few times, like, oh, just let me enjoy a few more sips in the car. Like, let me listen to the rest of this podcast.
Yeah.
But it's helpful just to have that me time. And my husband's a night owl, so he gets his at nighttime. He like stays up after the baby and I go to bed, and he's like going online and watching TV and stuff, and I'm kind of in the morning, so it kind of works out. We kind of switch off who's on baby duty and each have a little bit of time to do our normal things, so it kind of works out.
Yeah, actually I've been doing the same. Mine has been the morning, my boyfriend's has been the evening too. Funny enough. Yeah, I don't know why, but it works. There's a couple really great comments. Kayla said, I need to get better at that. I'm a stay-at-home wife, and I find myself staying in PJs all day and it kills my mood.
It does.
It totally does. And Critton said, I wore PJs all day on Monday and I did not feel human. I like to at least put on clothes every day, even if it's just yoga pants and a tee.
Same.
Yeah, it's so true. And Laura says she loves her morning coffee in her pottery mug. That's important. So important. It's so true. I mean, the days that I have, I mean, we've all been there, right? We've all had a whole pajama day where it's just life seems too important to slow down enough to change your clothes. But I think it truly is a mood killer. And for me too, on days where I skip, I like to go for a little jog with my dog in the morning, which is fun because I have a new dog. So I'm like, look at us.
Oh, that's so fun.
We're new pals. But when I don't do that, like it's part of it is just being outside and like breathing.
Yes, I agree. I feel like I'll take more walks now than ever because you have the time. You want to get out. It's so nice. My dog is living his best life.
In his diapers.
Yeah, really good. He gets to break free from the diapers when we're outside at least.
Nice.
So he feels really good about that too.
It helps his confidence too.
It really does. It really does. He just got a new fresh post-quarantine haircut. Very fancy.
Oh my gosh, poodles have to have fancy haircuts. It's like the law, right?
Yeah. And he's so bad. Like I can tell so many stories about this crazy dog, but he's very, very anxious. He's been banned from our local PetSmart. He's not allowed to get his haircut there. So we have to get him an extra fancy haircut where they come to our house and do it. I'm like, this is like what celebrity dogs get treated. And here I am going to the local place and like, I'm literally cutting my own hair right now in quarantine. I've cut my own hair.
But not your dog.
Now. My dog is getting cut in the back of a Mercedes in my driveway. So,
can we hear this dog's name, please?
Jackson.
Oh my God. Jackson is a prince.
It's wild. Like, the dog is, I mean, he's awful, but he's so sweet too.
Yeah. Oh my
God. So
gosh.
funny.
That's amazing. I cannot get over the fact that your dog is getting the 4-star celebrity treatment in the back of a Mercedes, and you're like,
the literal. That is 100% factual. I mean, truly.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is just the best image.
It is ridiculous.
Oh man, I love it. I love it so much. We should totally also talk about this giveaway.
Yes, let's do that for sure.
Otherwise, I just want to hear so much more about this poodle.
I'm telling you.
What a riot.
Something else.
Oh man. That's so funny. Okay, well, we're doing an awesome giveaway together.
We are.
And what I love about this so much is that you were like, I'm sick of Instagram right now.
For sure.
That's like how this all came about, was Miranda being like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people saying, buy this pretty dress. Here's a swipe up. I'm sick of, like one-sided conversations, and I don't even know if it's real or fake. And then you created this awesome community in a new space.
I did. And I know you guys have one too, but
yeah,
like you said, I was just experiencing a lot of Instagram fatigue. Yes, we do work hard so our dogs can live the best lives. That is true. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So with Instagram, especially, I was kind of already feeling it like toward the end of my pregnancy and as a new mom, like, I just don't care to post like polished photos and like think of all the best hashtags. Like, I'm just not in the mood for that. I wasn't in the mood for that anyway.
For that perfection influencer kind of, yeah.
I was still enjoying like Instagram stories because it's just more real and you're just more connected and stuff like that. But I just have not been super into the whole Instagram aesthetic lately, just because that's not how my life looks right now.
Yeah. Do you think it's mostly motherhood or quarantine or a combo?
I think both. I think I was already feeling it a little bit with just motherhood, and then quarantine on top of everything. I was just like, I can't fake being like this perfect, life. I'm like, I'm surrounded by piles of like toys and, like that's just my life right now. It's messy. It's whatever. And then
she's got to dig up the cloth diapers in the basement.
Exactly. I've got the dog running around in his diaper and just like all this stuff happening. And then quarantine happened and it kind of got to a deeper place than that. And it was like, it almost felt lonely and just superficial. Like I was like, I just don't want to be on here talking about like, let's talk about my outfit today. Like, who cares? Like, there's much more important stuff going on in the world. And I felt like I also was having a lot of like one-on-one conversations with people in my DMs, which was my favorite part.
Yeah.
But also with having very limited time to dedicate to social media anymore, I was like, man, this would be so much more fun if like it could be a bigger conversation as opposed to just in my DMs.
Well, and like if your DMs stop being fun, and start feeling like a chore, then it's like,
Exactly.
what's this for? What's the point? I can so imagine that happening with a following like you have. And I know everyone feels personally connected to you. So, of course, they're like, hey, best friend, let me slide into those DMs so I can get the scoop.
Yeah, and I really do feel like I have so many real friends
Yeah,
through all of this. And
absolutely.
it really is that. And there are people who I DM with literally every single day. And I didn't want that to stop, but I knew that it wasn't sustainable in terms of like continuing to grow,
Yeah. Well,
those
and for your
connections.
own mental health, right? Like,
Yeah. So, I'm still in my DMs all the time because I love it. But I feel like the Facebook group allows me to have those same conversations, but with multiple people at the same time. And it's
totally.
really fun and as things have kind of changed with quarantine, I'm feeling like less weird about talking about things like fashion and just kind of fun stuff again.
Yeah.
So we do talk about a lot of that stuff there now. But it's so much more fun to talk about it as a community as opposed to me just being like, here's my outfit today. Cool. Like, talk to you later. And
Yeah,
where like I can
totally.
post like, hey, look at this cool stuff I'm finding. Like, what are you shopping for right now? And
Yeah.
people are talking about it, and it's so fun. Like,
And I
people are like,
bet
oh, I've got that dress too, or I've got that shirt
yeah.
too. And it's
Exactly.
just,
Yeah, I bet they're becoming friends with each other
yeah,
in the
it adds a
group, which is
whole
so
new
great.
layer to it that is just so rewarding. Like, I'm more excited. Like, I think we're about to pass like 600 on Instagram. I'm more excited about that than I am like about to hit 20,000 on Instagram. Like,
Yeah, on
I
the
love
Facebook group.
the
Yeah.
Facebook group so
Yeah.
much.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. No, I think that there's something really special about Facebook groups and just allowing us to kind
Yeah.
of become friends. And actually, another thing I love about our Instagram lives is that it's less one-sided. It's less one
Yes.
directional. Like, I'm getting to see your friends over here, Kritten and Kayla, talking about how much they've loved this community. Like, thank you, Kayla and
Yeah.
Kritten, for like commenting. But it's so great that like I'm talking to you, but I also I get to, and Kelmo here, she loves it. She finds it a great safe space. Like, it's so cool that
It's
we
really fun.
all get to talk, in these
It
places,
really is.
and it doesn't happen a lot. So I think the Facebook groups are awesome. We've been watching. I know Laura here, wonderfully made style, has been joining our Friday flicks. We've been watching Netflix movies every Friday
That's fun.
together, and to me, it's like quarantine is this weird space-time continuum, but I have this really fun thing at the end of every single week that marks
That's so cool.
it's been a week, and I'm bonding with these women who now really truly feel like my Friday night girlfriends.
Right.
And what's another added layer of fun is like when we're watching these movies and commenting together, we can say things like, man, like that plus size actress looks really good in that outfit, but I hate that they styled it with this because they always put plus size girls in a belted dress. Like, it's
Yep.
so fun to have plus size girls
It
to like
is.
talk about anything with. I mean, obviously shopping, of course,
Right.
but even just little stuff like, guys, can we talk about how terribly they styled Melissa McCarthy in this movie? It's like
Exactly. It's
so fun.
fun. I don't know about you, and I don't even know if you were plus size growing up, but like, I didn't have a lot of plus size friends. I've been plus size since literally the day I was born. So if you call a newborn that, but I was always a bigger kid, and I just never had many plus size friends. In high school, I made a friend who was plus size, but that was really the first time.
Yeah.
And it's just a whole different thing when you can connect about that part of
Yes.
your life, because it impacts you in so many different ways. Like, obviously
Totally.
clothes being one thing, but
Of course.
there's just so many other things that it impacts, and to be able to connect on that level is really, really helpful.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys, if you are loving these groups, I'm seeing a lot of comments of people loving them. Definitely join both Miranda's awesome group and the Ori group, which is called, if you just search plus size group chat, you should be able to find us. And yours is called the Plus Size Life Blog.
The Plus Life Community.
The Plus Life Community, sorry.
Okay.
The Plus Life Community. But you should join both of them because we're doing a giveaway. So hello,
Yeah.
definitely join them so you can get a really amazing our Cloud Soft tee that Miranda looks so good in.
Yes.
Oh my
And
gosh.
fun fact, I was gonna wear it today, but then the baby threw up on it, so it is in the wash. So
Oh
this
my
is why I'm better on a
gosh.
Facebook group than on Instagram.
No, but this is why we love you on all of the platforms, because you're like giving it to us real. You're like, I'm not about to use cloth diapers, and also my baby threw up on me.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm real. That's
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
love it.
For
But
better or
no,
worse,
I think
I'm
that
real.
there's so much about having plus size friends, having like fat friends. That's
Hmm.
so great. And so many, I mean, we were getting so many comments about this, but like Laura said, I love that the conversations go beyond style, even though style's just the springboard, which totally.
Yeah.
Anna Hello, yes, those groups are both on Facebook. Kayla says, yeah, she's been plus size as long as she can remember, but has basically no plus friends.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to finally not feel alone.
It's so nice. I agree.
There
I
are little
think,
things that we just connect with. Like, okay, for instance, Miranda, I have a question for you. Are you afraid of falling?
yes,
Okay.
intensely.
Like by roller skating,
All
anything
of it.
in particular?
All of it. Like, I remember being a kid and I grew up in Kentucky. So, like, my cousins would be like climbing fences and climbing up ladders into the top of barns and stuff. I'd be like, heck no, like, I'm not going to fall. I don't want to fall. So
Yeah.
yeah, I for sure am terrified of falling. And
I
like, if
thought
it
that I was
snows
alone.
outside, no. If it
No.
snows, I'm like terrified to walk in snow. I hate that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
terrified.
truly thought I had this very weird fear of falling. I was terrified of somersaults even as a little girl. Like
Same.
my
I
dad would
don't want
like
to be
laugh at
upside
me.
down ever. I don't like
No,
it.
please do not make me go upside
I
down.
don't. I'm
No,
not meant to be upside down.
no. And so I was so bad at them and so afraid of somersaults. My dad would like make fun of me because I was so afraid of them. And he just thought
Terrified.
like, this is so silly. What are you afraid of? And it wasn't that I was like, I don't think people like made fun of me when I was like a little girl for my size, but I still felt like I'm so much bigger than all these kids
It's
around
gonna
me.
hurt if I
Yeah,
fall.
hello,
Yeah.
it's gonna hurt. And I didn't even, I thought this was like a me thing in my head. I have this super silly fear of falling, and like I'm an athletic person, like I always have been. So like the roller skating and the biking and that stuff, I'm like, are you kidding me? Who's afraid of that? But then like little things like somersaults are terrifying. I was doing this aerial yoga class and getting upside down made me so scared. The teacher laughed. She was like, every single time we go upside down, you are the first one to get back out of it. Like you just find your way out of it so fast. Like I don't know what to
It's
tell you.
scary.
It's
Yeah, I
scary.
don't like
And
it.
if I didn't have plus size friends, I wouldn't know that it wasn't just in my head. It's like all fat girls are afraid of falling because gravity affects us more.
Yeah,
Hello.
for sure. That is so true. And one cool thing about like growing up in general and being an adult, like all of the things that you thought were different about you or weird that you were so like insecure about or scared to talk about, those are the exact things in life that help you connect with other people. Like I would have never talked
Totally.
about that when I was young. I would have been like, "Oh, I'm so
No.
weird." Like nobody else feels that
No.
way. But now
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh my gosh, tons of people feel this the same exact way." And it's a
Yeah.
really cool way to connect with people about, things that maybe you were insecure about when you were younger.
Totally.
So,
Okay, I want everyone who's watching and who feels this way to comment what thing they're afraid of. Like, if there's a specific fear of falling, like what kind? Like, is it roller skates? Is it walking in the snow? Like, what?
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Because I think
Pretty
that
much
we all
all of the
have our
above for
own
me.
things. Do you know Sean from The Circle?
I don't.
Did you watch it? Okay, so she was my coworker, and she saw the Ashley Graham Swimsuits for All campaign last year, where she was on roller skates on the Venice Beach boardwalk, like very 90s, had like a boombox in her hand,
That's so funny.
and she turned to me and she was like, "I really want to learn how to roller skate," and I was like, "Okay, why? This is random." And then I realized, like, does this have to do with the
That's so. I think maybe I froze up for a second. Oh no, I can't hear you.
Oh my gosh. I just been biking. Taylor says in the mud, and now she's terrified. Can't hear me.
Yes.
Okay, I think it was just my headphones died.
Awesome. I was like, is this me? I don't know what's going on.
Sorry, friends. The story I was trying to tell was about how Sean was so afraid of learning how to roller skate. She really wanted to be just like Ashley Graham, but she couldn't. So we went to roller skating lessons together.
That's
and
so
because we're both fat girls, we were just like, yep, we'll just learn together.
that is so fun.
It's still glitchy. I'm sorry about that, you guys. Oh my gosh, everything is frozen. I hope it's not. Miranda,
So
are you good on your
I
end?
hear you, but the video is not timed with the sound. I can hear you.
Sean is the best. Thank you, PCO Jess, for telling me I had a sexy robot voice. How about now, guys? Everyone?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Thanks for hanging on for me.
Of course.
But I was loving the comments about people being afraid of different things. I was loving how Jess says she's afraid of biking. Kayla's afraid of slipping in. She slipped in mud this summer, and now she's terrified of all mud and wet grass and snow.
I feel that. I actually never learned how to ride a bike as a kid, and I'm terrified to ride a bike. Yeah, because I'm scared to fall.
So, okay, I don't know if I guess that we're all in our own journey. Sean was very, very afraid of learning how to roller skate when we went roller skating together, and so afraid that like I think she couldn't relax. So
Yeah.
I get it if like that's a level of fear, but I taught multiple friends once they were older, like one friend who was going to college, another friend in high school. Like I've taught a lot of friends how to ride a bike for some reason. I don't know how that has become a thing, but truly, I think that when you're 5 years old, it takes forever to learn how to ride a bike. But when you're like a grown up with like coordination, it takes you like an hour.
I just think like the fear of falling stopped me from even trying. I did.
Which is so fair.
I did buy an adult tricycle when I lived in New York, because we lived in Long Beach, and so we had a boardwalk and stuff. So I would just like cruise on my adult tricycle down the boardwalk. But so that was so much fun that it kind of made me want to do a bicycle.
Wait, so why were you not afraid of falling on the tricycle? You just
well, just because like that third wheel really made me feel good.
Yeah, you're just like, it's not gonna happen.
I didn't have to balance. Yeah.
Okay. I've seen a lot of 5-year-olds fall on tricycles.
Really? See, now if I knew that, I would have been scared of the tricycle. No.
You are so much more coordinated than a 5-year-old. I just want to tell you that.
Maybe.
Oh my God. I love it though. But that's the thing. It's like everyone has these super silly fears.
Yeah.
Like, I'm afraid of diving into water. I'm a great swimmer, but afraid of diving. For some reason, I'm like, my head can't go first.
Because it's kind of close to being upside down, probably.
Exactly. And I will never do a cartwheel. Ever.
No.
Ever.
No.
In a million years, I will never do a cartwheel.
No. I remember I decided when I was in like the 6th grade that I wanted to be a cheerleader. And so I did cheerleader tryouts, and I was like so into it, but they're like, okay, show us your cartwheel. And I was like, no, sorry. Not gonna be able to do that. Didn't make the team. I was stuck with intramurals. So yeah.
But did you learn any good cheers that you can do for us now?
Oh my gosh. No. I mean, that 6th grade was a long time ago. I really can't think of a single cheer probably.
It's okay. I also feel like maybe an Instagram Live is not really the moment you want to shout a cheer.
I wish, if I could think of one, I would totally do it, but I am totally blanking out.
I love that Kelmo wants you to try learning how to ride a bike in one of those giant hamster bubbles.
I mean, that would make me feel a little better. For sure.
I would feel like, how do I breathe in this?
That's true. That's true.
I love that, Laura. Yeah, Laura loves tricycles too.
That's
That's
so
great.
fun.
Kayla says, I know how to ride a bike, but it hurts my butt.
I feel that.
It does always hurt your butt. I think that the only way to get over it hurting your butt is to just do it a lot of times in a row. But that also means it hurts a lot of times in a row. So
That's true.
there's not really a good answer, I think. Oh my gosh. So funny. What else are you afraid of falling wise, Miranda? Anything else that's like ice skating?
Oh, I won't ice skate. No. No ice skating, no roller skating, no bike riding. Roller coasters, absolutely not. I used to do it when I was younger, but I'm not a thrill seeker in any sense of the word. Not at all. I don't want my heart to race.
On a boardwalk is a lot of adventure.
Yeah. I'm totally happy with, like, maybe I'll hop on like a Ferris wheel. I'm fine with that. No sudden motions. Really, I'm pretty tame.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much afraid of falling in any possible way.
I think same. Okay, Kayla's like, yep, nope, no ice skating for me.
Yeah.
Nope.
See, I don't want to dislocate my wrist either, Kayla. Like, I'm gonna learn my lesson from your situation from the 3rd grade. Oh, there's no way I'm climbing into the attic. I can't hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay, great. Awesome. Take it from me, you don't have to do it, Kayla. I love that. So funny. Oh, so funny. But these are the things, right? Like, there's so many little things that just come with like the lived experience of just existing in a large body that you don't even know, that you have in common until you really like get to form bonds with other women who have a body like yours.
So true. Laura says she jumped off an Olympic diving platform. No way. No way.
I will do that. I would do that.
Really? No.
I'm not gonna go head first, Miranda. Come on.
No, okay. Fine. Maybe. Well, this is so random. Like, I'm just telling random stories from my childhood that no one cares about. But
no, we all care.
When I took swimming lessons when I was a kid, I jumped off the high dive, and I guess I was down for so long, like swimming underwater, that they thought I was drowning, and all the lifeguards came in after me.
Oh, no.
And I was not traumatized from being underwater so long because I was swimming, but I was traumatized from the sheer embarrassment of all the lifeguards coming in after me in front of all my friends.
Yeah.
So that's another reason I will never jump off the high dive again.
Oh, my gosh. We all care, says Kayla. It's true. But I get it. That kind of stuff would scar me too.
Yeah.
So many things in a swimsuit in general.
For sure. Thankfully, my husband is a former lifeguard, so I'm good if I ever do have to. Your husband
was a lifeguard?
Yeah, when he was in like high school.
Oh my God. So he could have been the one saving you.
He could have been the one saving me. And another random fact, he actually did save someone when he was a lifeguard. And he was like, got an award from his town or something. He's like this high school kid and like saved somebody's life as a lifeguard. It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
sounds
crazy.
Like a good guy.
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too bad. Oh my gosh. I guess I wasn't technically a lifeguard. I was like at summer camp, but we had to like do a lot of the same things. I saved a lot of kids from a lot of sunburns.
Hey, that's important too.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys should definitely both join both of the Facebook groups because they're both super duper fun. And then another really great thing about our Facebook group now that you're in it, Miranda, we're giving out like early exclusives. So when like new product launches before it goes out to our emails, before it's on the website, the Facebook group gets the inside scoop. And
That's awesome.
yeah, and you know, our stuff sells really fast. We do
It
small
does.
batches and it sells fast. So if you can get like the inside scoop,
That's good to know.
it's
That's
pretty
awesome.
great.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I just joined it and it's been so much fun so far. I've been like lurking on some old posts and I'm excited to dive in.
It's just fun to have a space. What's like one of the funnest threads that you've seen lately in your group?
In my group? Well, I had a really eye-opening one recently. I was talking about Father's Day gifts, and I like to think of myself as a pretty good gift giver, but these women in that group, they are some gift givers. And I was really blown away by all the gift ideas that they had. My husband will thank them. What are some other fun ones? Like, we're always talking about, I'm obsessed with following like organization and cleaning Instagram accounts. And we're always talking about like our projects of like cleaning nasty stuff in our house and just all of our fun projects. It's really fun. Just like everyday life kind of stuff, like what people are making for dinner that week. And it's just really fun to get to know the ins and outs of what people are up to.
Totally. We had a post today or yesterday. Today it feels like, about wedding dress shopping. And it's so, I love when like when someone posts something and they think like, oh, this might be helpful. I don't know. And then like, it just hits a nerve with everyone. And like everyone comes out of the woodwork to be like, I have to tell you everything about this. And that was like, whoa, seeing so many people coming out and saying things like, you don't know how like stressful it was for me, or other people saying things like, don't worry, you know, like it doesn't have to be stressful. Try this, this, and this, like offering advice. And so, and also I think that like just that like sense, like there was another bride to be who joined the same thread and was like, I'm also feeling this way. Just like seeing women like not be alone and like get to share their insight with each other. And one woman actually works at a bridal shop and was like, I can tell you all of the tips, you know, as someone who works there. Like,
that's so cool.
You need to know.
That's awesome.
You want to know what her number one tip was?
What?
Wear underwear to the fitting.
Do people not?
Yeah, apparently. Isn't that nuts?
That is so funny.
She wrote this long thing about like, don't worry about the size on the tag, you know, bridal sizing is funky. You know, don't worry about this. Every woman needs alterations. You know, everyone, don't worry. And for the love of God, wear underwear.
Oh my gosh. I can only imagine what she has seen to have that be her tip.
I know. Think of all of these awesome bridal stylists who have to deal with pantyless brides.
It's true. I can only imagine.
Yeah. So
yeah. I'm pretty much wearing my undies everywhere I go, so I would be prepared for that appointment no matter what.
I just thought that just cracked me up so much.
That is real.
And I can't now stop thinking about how weird it would be to try on wedding dresses with no undies.
Oh
but that's okay.
Yeah, that's a new one for me. I mean, I would have maybe thought the tip would be like, if you're gonna wear a certain type of undergarment, try to wear it that day. Right. Wear a strapless bra, but like just in general, just wear underwear. That would not be what I would expect.
And you know what? I'm taking it as a quarantine win for me because I've been changing my underwear regularly.
Hey, that's the way to do it. That's self-care number one. Change your underwear.
Self-care number one. I love it. Breezy, says PCO Jess. Oh my gosh. True. Breezy.
Gotta love it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Well, we have 1 minute left. If anyone has a question for Miranda, now's the time. Get it out there. But this has been so much fun chatting with you.
This is fun.
Such a gem. We have to do it again. And
we will have to do it again. I'm really enjoying it.
Oh my gosh. And I know you've had like a whirlwind of a few months.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate you making the time to like hang out and chat with us.
Yeah, it's been fun.
So fun. Oh my gosh. Kelmo says it's a different kind of wedding cake. So funny. And Laura, yes, we had a really great conversation about the best, like comfiest plus size underwear.
Ooh.
Actually,
I'll
what's your
search
go-to, Miranda? Plus size underwear, best, comfiest.
I love Lane Bryant Cacique underwear. Really, really, really love it. It's like been my go-to since high school,
Is there a
basically.
cut that you like?
I like the cheeky ones.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I think I
those are my
tried
favorite.
those. Yeah. So I took everyone's recommendations and just bought them all and tried them all.
That